everybody, this is Joe Joseph, and this is the DailySheeple.com's News Shot. Let's go over to Blacklisted News. Great piece that they have written there. 50 years after the Summer of Love, prepare for the Summer of Hate. Of course, we've seen now a lot of protests with President Trump and a lot of his policies, and whether or not they are provocateurs or whether or not they're paid to go and protest, the fact of the matter is there's been a lot of preparation here over the last 3 to 6 months that points in the direction that they are trying to put forth an American Spring type of scenario, and then that type of protest or that type of environment kind of bleed over into the summer months where they can create a lot of hate and discontent. It remains to be seen. We've often heard this in the past, and every time it happens, it kind of fizzles out. Because really, people's hearts aren't into it. They're doing it for money. They're doing it for $15 an hour or however much they pay these protesters to go and actually do this kind of stuff. And so their hearts really aren't in it. They're just in it for the buck. But it says recent events indicate that the hatred and violence that's been simmering since the Trump win will explode when the weather gets hot. Already, we've seen dozens of riots where activists are chanting for the murder of police and calling for the death of Trump supporters. Innocent men and women are routinely sucker punched and struck with poles for wearing the wrong hat or listening to the wrong speaker. Neighborhoods are set ablaze, people dragged from their cars and beaten, and public property smashed and destroyed, spurred on by false news stories. And for the first time in history, we have celebrated openly, we have celebrities openly calling for physical violence. You know, from wasted pop whore Madonna wanting to blow up the White House to bloviating nobody David Harbour threatening to punch people in the face. Never have we seen so many public figures exhibit such bloodlust. And even top government officials are calling for violence in a bloodbath of death in the streets, as recently stated by Attorney General Loretta Lynch. So, I mean, all these people calling for it. ACLU is training people nationwide on how to protest and what not to do and what their rights are. So there's a lot of groundwork being laid for protests across the nation. It remains to be seen how that happens or what President Trump will be able to do, as far as his agenda that will maybe push it in a more violent direction. I don't know. Well, we'll just have to see. And, but I can tell you, preparations are underway for a very exciting spring, brought to you by George Soros and the Globalists. I'm Joe Joseph. This was the DailySheeple.com's News Shot. I'll have one again for you real soon. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.